welcome to my Outer Banks vlog. Woo! This is where we're staying, everybody. Hi, Ty. Let's go on the bike ride. Took off the shirt because it is too freaking hot out and it's so bright. I need these. Are you sunscreening up? Yeah. Guys, this house is freaking insane that Taylor's family has, and I'm sure I'll give them like a little house tour later. Won't that be fun? It'll be so cool. There's so many of us staying here right now and it's so fun. And honestly, we got here yesterday and I didn't vlog at all, and I'm actually really happy I didn't because we've just been having so much fun and it's been really good for me. I've like barely been on my phone. We keep going places and I just don't bring my phone at all because I'm like, the only people that I really would talk to are Max and Taylor, and I'm with them anyway. Yeah, I haven't been on my phone and it's felt so great. It felt like a vacation, but I do want to share this with you. And yesterday I was talking to a bunch of family about vlogging and they're like, we want to be in the vlog, so today we're vlogging. What's today? Sunday. And yeah, I don't really know my plan of like vlogging in the Outer Banks, but we'll just see how it goes. And this place is incredible, you guys. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever been here. I've never been. There's just these massive houses everywhere, and a bunch of people come for vacation. We're gonna go to the beach. Taylor's getting after it as usual. When did you get up today?
6:45.
Oh, you slept in.
I know, it's nice.
I think I got up at 9:30.
Smile.
Doo, doo, doo.
2 hands on the wheel. This is our little neighborhood. Oh, car coming.
Great.
I should probably put a shirt on.
What?
Here.
Our bike ride went so well. We made it. This place looks so good. Guys, the donuts. What? Me and Max are in heaven. Okay, guys.
Feet look really white.
I know, I like them. Me and Taylor always make fun of Max in these, which is really mean. And I like these new flip-flops he's trying on. And we found out, you guys, these are $10. Also, does anyone else's boyfriend have really weird feet? Because these I think are a 10. He tried on a 10 and a 9, and the 8 fits the best. You're never an 8. You're usually a 10 or 11. So how do these 8s fit you? I'm so confused. Your feet are like 10 different sizes. They never know. I like them. Let's do it. And they're freaking $9.99.
What do I do about those? Go away?
No, keep them. Then you'll have 2 pairs. So many sweatshirts, you guys. And t-shirts in here. Like one of those gift shop places. This reminds me of Mandy when I was little. She lived for big cozy sweatshirts at like vacation places. How are we supposed to bike back when we just bought 2 sweatshirts and 2 t-shirts? Max will carry. We got some cornhole. Hi, queens. I'm vlogging. Hello. Max, sunscreening up. You've been so good with your sunscreen. You haven't even gotten like burn at all.
I know.
You put it on all the time. Also, you guys, you can see the yellow flag. The rip current like right here in this section is so bad. I was like, I'm a good swimmer. I used to be on the swim team. I was like fully trying to swim in and it just like yanks you back out. So you can only swim like down there. The lifeguard is like, be so careful because the waves are just like nuts. So, but they're really fun to play in though. Just kind of a little dangerous. Hi, Mary. We're going swimming.
Swimmy.
Also, you can see there's a bunch of people standing out there. There's like a sandbar. We're gonna go try to swim. Hopefully it'll be more enjoyable than yesterday, literally like fighting the waves.
I had so much fun yesterday.
It was like difficult.
I know. I had fun though. I like it like that.
There's all the friends. Hi. Hi, puppy. Hi. We were swimming and I didn't even film cornhole. We had an intense match of cornhole. and we're just laying forever. I feel so crisp. We're finally going back for lunch. That's what's going on. I can't even see. It's so bright. And everybody just moved everything back because the tide is coming in, and look at where it comes up to.
Look at the freaking waves.
They're nuts.
They're so much fun.
They're so big. Hey guys, Max and I came back from the beach for lunch. We just made little wraps. Max needed to. Hi, Queen. And this can be your sneak little preview. This is the 3rd floor. There's 3 floors in this house. Yeah. And that's what's going on. The master bedroom's over there. I think that's another bathroom. And then there's like a million bedrooms and more stuff on the lower floors. Also, you guys, let me know if you were, oh God, I got so much on my face. I need to be better at putting like a higher SPF on my face because I put on what I put on my body and my face, but I feel like your face needs like the higher SPF. So if we go back to the beach, I definitely will do that. But also, let me know if you guys are interested in knowing like where we're staying, because Taylor's family bought it last year, but they like rented out during the year because obviously they don't like live here year round. They like live in Albany where we're from, but then we'll just come here whenever they're like not renting it out, and you know what I mean. So if you guys are interested, I'm sure I can find the like listing for you guys. You can like book it out with your family or whatever, because the Outer Banks is so fun. This is like the funnest ever, and it's so cool because right now everybody had lunch a little bit before us, it seems like, or we're just like having snacks and didn't really come back. Like everybody is still at the beach, so it's just like me and Max here right now, right? Or other people, but I don't think so. So you can just like go to the beach, come back, go to the pool, eat food, go back to the beach like whenever you want. Like it's just, you have so much freedom. It's been so much fun. I'm gonna finish eating my lunch and then I have to talk to you guys. I know this seems like probably random timing, but I've been meaning to have this like adult chat with you, just about like adult things. And I feel like I just get questions about like, you know, how I afford my life, or like moving into my new apartment, or just like, yeah, about my finances and whatever, and it's like very personal, but I just have some stuff that I want to talk to you guys about since I recently moved and now I'm on like vacation here. And if you want to like rent a house, buy a house, rent an apartment, you know what I'm saying, have a new lease like in your name. I got a car last year, just stuff like that. So I'm gonna eat my lunch and then we're gonna talk. Okay guys, I ate my lunch. We're having our adult talk. So I hope this is helpful for some of you, and probably doesn't apply to those of you that are younger, but also may be helpful for you to hear as you're growing up, just to be aware that it's a thing, because I feel like I would talk to my parents about like important kind of financial stuff like this, but maybe didn't have like the best understanding. And I feel like there are some things that I would have done differently, like maybe in high school. I feel like is when you can start really like realizing stuff like this, and then especially if you like get a car. Like I feel like a lot of people drive a car in high school. Anyway, what I want to talk about is basically just like not my personal finances, but just like your financial part of your life. And just like, obviously, like I said, just moving into an apartment, and so specifically with that, you actually have to have a certain credit score to be able to have a lease, like most places, or if you like lease a car, if you buy a car. And when I bought my car, I think like same thing, you had to have a certain credit score. And I literally just looked up what is a credit score on my phone, because I want to explain to you guys like exactly what it is, and I don't want to like say it wrong at all, because if you are like new to this, you're probably like, what is a credit score? So basically, a credit score is a numerical expression based on a level analysis of a person's credit files to represent the credit worthiness of an individual. It's primarily based on a credit report, blah 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 blah. So basically it takes like all sorts of things into account. If you have debt, if you have like different lines of credit, like credit cards, like if you're paying them off on time, like if you're making your car payments, if you've always paid your rent on time, like all sorts of things. I know also like your student loans, just like all of your finances as a whole, it takes into account like everything. And I know especially at a young age, like most of you are probably around my age, the hardest thing is like the age of credit, which is, since we're so young, that can just kind of hurt you, because like the longer that you've been paying off for like a car, or like paying off a car, sorry, I'm trying to like explain this in the easiest way possible. or like the longer you've been paying student loans or paying for an apartment, and the more like consistent you are with that, like the age of credit is something that will help you. So like if you've been like paying off a credit card that you've had for 5 years, it's going to be better than if you just got it like a couple months ago. So I know, actually, I remember in high school, like when I was younger, some of my friends would get credit cards just so that they would start building up a credit score in case they wanted to like buy, lease an apartment one day, whatever. So I know that can be a good thing, but for someone like me who didn't just get a credit card when I was younger, I think I finally did within the past year or two. That's something that kind of put a ding in my credit, just because I started credit cards more recently and not longer ago. So I just wanted to like explain that in case you're like, what is that? And so for me and Taylor to move into our apartment, we had to have a certain credit score. I don't think even Taylor has one. I don't think she has a credit card. So it was really good that I had a good credit score so that we could live there. So I just wanted to talk about that really quick. I wanted to talk to you guys how you can find out what your credit score is and how you can help improve it and increase it. Like I said, for all the reasons of why it's important to have a good credit score, and you want to make sure that you're using like a legit source or whatever. I know there's like all sorts of things that can show you your credit score, but I also know that every time you look, it can put like a ding in your credit, and I think you're only supposed to look like once a year or something. I don't know, don't like quote me on that. So you want to make sure that it's like legit, you're not looking too often, and that you just have a good idea of what it is and how you can help improve. So I wanted to talk to you guys about Experian, because my parents, I remember growing up, would always talk to me about that. I think that's what they would use to check their credit scores. It's like a legit website. You guys probably already know. I feel like that's what everybody uses. And specifically, I wanted to talk to you guys about Experian Boost. And basically, Experian made Boost to help consumers improve their credit scores instantly. It's so great, you guys, because you can use utility bills and phone bills, which you wouldn't have been able to use like in the past, to actually increase your credit scores instantly, like I said. So that can be so helpful, especially for someone if you're like younger, like me, like a lot of you, just to increase your credit score so that you can get a car, get an apartment, whatever you want, go on vacation. Like I thought this was a good time to talk about this, just because I feel like I get so many questions of like, how could you move into your apartment, your car, like afford all this, all that, travel. So I just thought it was like helpful to talk about this in this moment. And what's so great about Boost as well is this is the first time you can increase your credit score instantly, instead of having to wait for, you know, paying off credit cards monthly to like make your credit score increase, or apartment, like rent, or car, auto bills type of thing. Also, Experian Boost is exclusive to Experian and totally free. So that's what I think is the best part, because you don't have to even input your credit card, anything. And I feel like when I would look when I was younger, oh, like I wonder what my credit score is, when you end up on like random sketchy websites, you always have to put in your credit card. So obviously that's a red flag. Please don't do that. If like a random website is asking for your credit card right away up front, just no. And I just thought this was really helpful to share with you guys, because up until now you would pay your utility and your phone bills and you wouldn't get credit for it, but now you can. And a higher credit score can give you access to preferred credit options, but also just help you establish credit for all the reasons I was saying before of why that's important, of like house, car, leasing an apartment, all sorts of things. And just some facts so you guys know it's legit and why it can actually help you. Most people who use Experian Boost see an increase of greater than 10 points in their credit score, which can be the difference of being able to do things that you want to do, or having like a lower interest rate for certain things. So obviously, if you could improve your credit score, why wouldn't you, especially if you're in the position of actively like trying to improve it, to be able to do things you guys want to do. And yeah, just overall, like I said before, it used to take months to improve your credit score, but now with Experian Boost, for all the reasons I said, using the utility bills, the phone bills, you can increase it instantly. I know people all across America have been using Experian Boost to help increase their credit scores, and I think you guys should too. Experian Boost can help you establish or increase your access to credit. It's safe and secure and 100% free, like literally no credit card required. And Boost is only available at Experian.com/Gretchen, and you guys can click the link down below to check it out if you are interested. Like I said, I would totally recommend, for all the reasons I said, if you are interested in increasing your credit score. And yeah, now we're gonna go back to the beach, and I'm not gonna have to worry about my finances, about my apartment, my car, anything, because I have my ducks in a row and I'm just on top of my things. And it's just so nice knowing that I have, like, I was about to say a healthy credit score, a good high credit score that allows me to just live my life how I want to, you know what I mean? So I'm happy we had this adult talk. I know even though a lot of you are younger or younger than me, or this like maybe you don't think applies to you, I think it's just good to be aware of this for when it does apply to you and you will be using Experian one day, to check out your credit score before you make big life decisions like cars, apartments, houses, like I keep saying. And there's so many other options, but that's like what I immediately think of and what comes to mind. So yeah, like when Taylor's family just got this house, they had to have a good credit score last year. Isn't that right, Max? Mm-hmm. And my other #1 tip is save your money. Literally, Taylor's parents are like halfway my parents, and when I was talking to Taylor's mom about moving to our apartment, and we actually ended up switching apartments and got a bigger one that was a little more expensive, but I just knew that we needed more space, and Taylor was like, oh, I don't know. And I was talking to Taylor's mom, and she was like, it's not about how much money you earn, it's about how much you save. So like, as long as you are being really, you know, cognizant and just careful in making sure that you're saving and, you know, paying your taxes and all the other important things, then you're okay. But guys, save, save, save. Especially when you're young, it's gonna be so much nicer when you're older and you like have money that you already had saved up, instead of having to worry about it when you're older and have even more expensive like kids, college. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's so weird to think about and so far away. But I just feel like especially when you're young and you have maybe your parents that help support you, or less expenses in your life, it's just so smart to save if you can, if you have an income and all sorts of things. Especially, I know a lot of you are my age and like just graduated college, just got a job, and so it's like, I know you already have so much expenses in your life with like probably rent, food, but if you can just take a little bit each month or whatever it is to save, it's so important. Hi, Max. He's listening to his videos on Twitter. He's such a Twitter boy. I had to get a new battery, everyone, but Max says he doesn't really have adult advice for us. Which I feel like, you're 24 years old.
I know, but
you're about to get your master's degree.
I haven't entered adulthood yet.
He still plays Fortnite.
After this summer, I will be an adult.
But yeah, I don't even think Max has a credit card.
I don't.
But like, I'm sure if you had one, like I pay off every month.
Yeah.
I've never had a late payment. Same with my rent. Never paid it late. Paid on time every month. I feel so crisp. I've always paid my car payments on time every month. My rent, my credit card, like everything. So just do that. Save.
Save.
You don't spend too much money. Like, you're good at like just having what you need.
Yeah,
like,
I could be
if
better.
you saw earlier, this I feel like is so telling. Like, you're like, oh, I got new flip flops, so do I just throw these ones away? Like, you're so good at just being simple at things. So
yeah.
you know, I have like 80 of everything, but you're just so good with it.
I just spend my money on food.
Yeah.
Food and
See, like when I came to college, food became the biggest expense, just like eating out all the time. But we've been better at eating in.
I always compare things to like how many Chipotle bowls I can get. Like, if I'm gonna like spend money on something, it's like, oh,
like
I could
the $10 flip-flops, you could have got a $10 Chipotle.
I could be like, oh, I could have got a Chipotle bowl instead of that, and I'd rather have a Chipotle bowl than
this t-shirt.
$10 flip-flops, because I already have flip-flops.
That is
but,
so funny of you. That's really smart. Like something that you really like he really, really enjoys Chipotle bowls.
Like when I spend money on Fortnite, it's like, do I want a Chipotle bowl or like a Fortnite?
Wait, see, that's a good tip for people.
Yeah.
Like when you're looking at clothes, be like, even if it's not Chipotle bowl, you really like an acai bowl or like a coffee at Starbucks, be like, I really want that, you know? I literally am realizing how crisp I am, like my face hurts. So I'm gonna go put a hat on and Max is gonna go teach me spike ball because I didn't even tell them. Tomorrow is a really big day. Can you believe it's tomorrow already? I thought we were doing Tuesday, but we're doing tomorrow. Hi. I know. I'm vlogging right now and I was just about to tell them how we have beach Olympics tomorrow.
We're working,
and so
Taylor.
I need to go, we're working. I need to go learn how to play spike ball. Cause I like don't know how. Hi Chris, you look so tan.
Yeah.
You're probably so done with
Did you
the
go back
sun.
to the beach?
Beach
and then
Olympics,
the beach
baby.
swallowed us.
Yeah.
Reset her phone got
Swallowed.
in a wave. Guys, this is such a funny look right now. My sunglasses are so huge they barely fit under this hat. When I'm really trying to hide from the sun. Look at Max. Want me to get your back?
Huh?
Want me to get your back?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, if I thought I was burnt earlier. Hello. I'm feeling a little crisp. It is so late, you guys. We've just been outside all day. It's 6:30. And I got good at spike ball, I would say. I got some training in spike ball. We played a lot of volleyball. What else do we do?
Volleyball, spike ball, cannonballs.
Wait, I want to show right now. They're doing backflips in the pool, and it's really cool. Look at. Okay, let's see it. It was really cool. Woo! That was the coolest one. Freak yeah, that was the best. Yeah. I'm excited for Kara's. Let's see it. That's happening. And then I want to say there's 16 of us here total, like so many, and so we split it up for the whole week that every night it's like a different group of people making dinner. And tonight is Taylor and her cousin Erica and her cousin Tommy, and then me and Max go on Wednesday, which is a lot of pressure because Taylor's mom Kathleen, her birthday is on Wednesday, so I'm like, oh my gosh, we have to make like a good dinner that she'll like. And me and Max are just gonna do our typical like meat that we always grill, like we always do chicken, steak, and then like a bunch of veggies like zucchini, squash, stuff like that. Make it simple. And we were like, birthday girl, what do you request on your birthday? And she was like, seafood. So we're like, we don't know how to do that, but we'll figure it out. You guys, I never knew how intense Uno could get. There is so many of us playing Uno right now. Look at this situation. It's very intense. Hello, everybody. Say hello. I said I never knew how intense the Uno could get.
You're gonna be bad since you're gonna be. You're not gonna be.
No, I'm gonna be dialed in. Right, everybody? Late night snackers. All the hungry people. Max, look what you did.